There we are. Welcome back, everyone. Keep the noise down when you're coming in. I'm very laid back today. I'm that laid back, I am horizontal. So listen, before we get going anywhere, if you have got anywhere better to be, trust me, I will take no offence that you go in and checking something else out for the next half hour or so. Because right here, it is just chilling with the KBS family. I needed my time with the peeps out there. I miss you probably more than you miss me. So I thought I'd come live, we'd hang out, we'd have a coffee, we'd chill, we'd chat, and of course, some strange space woo.
How dare you?
Oh, I don't dare do anything today, Greta. We're all chilled, we're calm, we've even got the thinking cap on. Now, I know, ladies, some of you love it, some of you hate it. You don't want to be seeing the mess, the car crash that is underneath my hat today. It's an abomination. It's getting worse by the week. But I was slightly uplifted today when I came into contact with one of my good friends, and I took quick note of how he too seems to be going for some kind of crazy, bizarre, twisted 2020 version of the mullet. So, yeah, hairy heads matter. Never forget that, folks. Don't ever persecute anyone who hasn't had their hair cut. Telling you, it's getting bad, is it not? Even my hair, my ears are getting hairy. I'm having to start shaving my ears. It's like, I don't know what my body thinks is happening. It must think there's some ice age coming on or something, because I'm just sprouting hairs here, there, everywhere. Why am I talking about how hairy I am? I've no idea. Like I told you, it's not going to be very constructive today. No. I've got my cup of coffee. I've got the Wookiee. I've got my... Do you know what I've called? Do you know what I've called this? I've called it the Roger. Yeah, the Roger. Roger Stone, obviously. Oh, come on, that was a good one. People in Discord loved it earlier. Bit of a star, so he is. Boom, boom. But, I know, it's going to get goofy here today. We have got Rose coming into the chat room. ZX, Jose, Ramon, Francis. I have lost it. I totally have. Karen, big shout out to you. Lewis, good to see you, brother. And we've got John Nelson, Gigi Kent, scrolling on up. It's going to be easy today. We've got some doofus called Kev Baker in there. Polynation, Queen Goddess. Wait, let's see now. Okay, I'll come back to you two in a moment, but we've got, who else did I see in there? Saint Marionette, we've got that in there. We've got Brian. We've got the Wookiee. And first in the chat today was See How We Are Living. But the reason I paused there on Polly and on Queen is because they're both in Canada. And it is Canada Day today. Yes, the Americans, they are synonymous with the 4th of July. But it's only the past couple of years I've been made aware that there is Canada Day on the 1st of July. July's a big month. You've got the 4th, you've got the 1st. Now you got the 16th. I'll be 44. Can you believe it? It's going to be a sad day. I will be drinking whiskey that day on the stream. I will be, I don't know, drowning my sorrows. It's getting scary numbers now. Real scary, you know? Not enough fingers and toes to count anymore. But, yeah, big shout out to everyone over in Canada. And let's face it, we all know I've got a crazy kind of love affair with Australia and Down Under and all of that stuff going on. But Canada It's almost like another Scotland. It truly is. Myself and Anne comment on that all the time. A lot of connections between Scotland and Canada. You only have to look at one area, Nova Scotia. Yeah, it sounds like what it looks like. It's New Scotland. A lot of people moved over there from my shores, so the connections are strong. Love hanging out with Don Wiskin as well. We've got a lot of Canadian people come onto the show. My good friend Nancy, of course. Granny and Granda. They're from up in Canada as well. Eh? Eh? See, I can even do a little bit of Canadian. Well, not really, but it was worth a try. So a big shout out to all you people. Hope you're having. So what do you do on Canada Day? Is it like loads of maple syrup? Is that what's going on there? Is it? Tell me. I want to see in the chat room what is going on in Canada Day. Over here on St. Andrew's Day, I suppose if we were doing anything, we would have a little whiskey, probably a little haggis. Hey, haggis goes with any special occasion, right? But yeah. So I'm waiting to see what the Canadians tell me they're indulging on Canada Day. Let's see. Let's see what they say here. Big shout out to everyone that's in the chat room. Hey, is it snowing in Scotland? Not yet, Jason. And even if it was, I would probably have to lift my hair up from several directions to find out for you. Just because you shaved yours off, don't be having a go at me. You broke, brother. You refused to embrace your gracious locks. I tell you, man, if long hair is tuning us in, some kind of antenna effect going on, come on, you need to be plugging in 2020, right? It's cray-cray. It is. So I'm still waiting to see what you Canadians eat when it comes to Canada Day. I'm quite intrigued by this. What is the traditional dish of Canada? Will we go and have a look? Traditional dish of Canada. What is this going to be? Poutine. Oh, what's this? It's So poutine, known as Canada's national dish. Poutine is a French-Canadian meal. I'm not going to start that. Featuring 3 ingredients. Fries, check, I'm in. Cheese curds, check, I'm in. And gravy? Oh, wow. So created in the 1950s in Quebec, the dish can be found everywhere today. Many eateries even serve their traditional poutine with additional flavours such as butter chicken or pulled pork. Now I'm getting really hungry. Really hungry. Yep. Guess who's back? Back again. Yep, Dave's back. That's what it is today. Dave is back in the building. And maybe we'll need Dave by the end of the day because... Oh, it's going to be a good one today, ladies and gents. Yes, it is. Because after we finish up here... And remember, if you're just coming in now, welcome to the stream. I am promising you no revelations, probably nothing you haven't heard before. It's just literally chilling out, kicking back, laid back, kind of look at life and the universe before we go on to a stream today that is going to blow all our minds. Yes, our good friend Mr. McCairn is going to be back on the show. Kevin McCairn. Yep, that one. The brain expert, the boffin. And oh, I'm not even subscribed to him on my backup channel. Oh, crazy. Rookie mistake there. But Kevin is going to be back on today. And we're going to be picking up the conversation that we had last time. Kevin has been proven right time and time again with what he came onto the show and laid out for us the first time he called in. And that was that there was a kind of brain neurological aspect to some of the stuff going on in the world right now. And he's going to take that even further today. So, yeah, that's going to be a really good show. I'm looking forward to getting into that with Kevin from 10 o'clock in the UK, 5 p.m. on the East Coast, 2 p.m. on the West Coast. Now, we're going to be on Kevin McCairn's channel. He's going to be going live on YouTube. I'll obviously be on TFR Live. And you can catch me in the same place, same time, same ways of listening. If anyone in the chat room doesn't know how to listen to the show, if any of the mods in there, I would really appreciate it if you could take the time to let them know how to hear the show. But yeah, today, because Kevin's a YouTuber like myself, he's going to be putting it onto his YouTube live. So listen, as long as you get to hear the information, it doesn't bother me one jot how you get there. There'll be no offense taken whatever way you get to listen to the info, because it's the info that matters, okay? I'd love for you to join me at tfrlive.com/chat in the Wookiee Cave. But I also totally accept if you listen some other way. But I'll be there. And tomorrow, don't forget, tomorrow's going to be a big one, because Scott Lopez is coming back onto the show tomorrow. And we are going to be giving the whole world our very frank opinion, shall we say. That's about as far as I can go on here, right? Can't get all ranty and ragey like that fool, that lunatic that took over the first part of the show yesterday. That was totally unplanned, by the way. I was meant to just mention quickly what was going on YouTube, and then I don't know, Dave just kind of took over, and before I knew it, I was on the break, and by the time the show finished, I hadn't got to half the stuff I was going to get to. But that's okay, because we roll like that around here. So what else is happening in the chat room? We've got John Ferreira, big hello to you. Marie, Sam, who else? Probably missed a lot. Cackles, big shout out to you, Cackles. And Lance. Lance, I did mention the amber nectar, my friend. Yes, us Scotsmen, it's almost like rocket fuel. In fact, it's almost as essential as oxygen. It is. It truly is. And I don't know, maybe me drinking whiskey on a stream, oh, it could get horribly nasty. It could go horribly wrong. It could do. It could. But it could also be really good fun.
Did you mentioned whiskey? Whiskey, I'm only a sad lonely AI voice, please don't judge me.
We would never do that AI voice. Brian, your AI life matters to me as much as every other life out there. So, Brian, come on, folks. Show Brian some love. Get a hashtag going. Brian matters. Yeah, definitely. So, Polly, it might be a good idea and a bad idea. It's kind of quantum, right? There would be a good side to it. We would get a hell of a laugh. And then there would be that bit in the morning where I think, oh no, did I really do that? And it'd be horrendous. And I'd probably say some things I would entirely regret. I'd possibly talk about some stuff that maybe I wouldn't usually talk about. You see, it's a quantum conundrum I found myself in now, isn't it? I've inserted myself into a problem that before the streaming started never even existed. How did that happen? And talking of weirdness, I hope some of you out there have been enjoying the third season of Dark over on Netflix. Please tell me you're watching that. Please tell me you have shared the level of confusion that I had about episode 1 or 2 of the third season. But then when I got through it, this is the most awesome show ever. No spoilers at all. But if you're into the weird, bit of physics, bit of time, then Dark, my friends, it's got all of that and then some. And you're going to be doing somersaults in your mind trying to keep up with who's who, what's what, when's when. It's absolutely fantastic. So, yeah. Karen, did you see it? Oh, man. It has been absolutely one of my favourite shows, I think, definitely in 2020. Absolutely. So then, listen, I wouldn't just drag you along here to listen to me talking about nothing for the full stream. I did find a couple of things that were worth looking at today. And this is something I've seen maybe a week or so ago, but we never spoke about it. It's nothing like, whoa, here we go. What's going on here? It's actually quite easy to explain with science, but it looks pretty cool. And what I'm talking about is that bad boy there. Yes, this was a an image that came along with a story that appeared. I think it was maybe a week or so ago. But yeah, the red planet, or orange, it kind of looks here. But they've been catching a lovely green hue in the atmosphere. Now, like I say, it's not anything X-File-ish. I would love to tell you. It's those Martians and their flatulence problems, but it's not. Maybe it is. Maybe we're being lied to. But I provide, you decide. So it says here that Mars, a green glow detected on the red planet. Just think, Elon Musk's going to be sleeping there not too long from now. Okay, a few years, but anyone going up to Mars, that's mind-boggling. It just is. So scientists have identified a green light in the atmosphere of Mars. A similar glow is sometimes seen by the astronauts on the space station when they look towards the Earth's limb. Yep, the Earth's got a big arm hanging off it, folks. Don't worry about it. Don't ask any questions. It's okay. I'm being funny. I'm being facetious. There'll actually be people out there now going, does the Earth have an arm? I hope there's not. Out of the 59 people here, I would like to think none of you are questioning how many limbs our planet has. But it's 2020, so hey, why not? The glow comes from oxygen atoms when they're excited by sunlight. See, I told you, it's no mystery. It's pretty easy to explain. Pretty cool as well. So the phenomenon has long been predicted to occur on other planets. But the Trace Gas Orbiter, TGO, a joint European-Russian satellite at Mars, is the first to make the observation beyond Earth. And it comes from UK's Open University, a Dr. Manish Patel. It's a very nice result. You'd never plan a mission to go look for this kind of thing. And today, we've got to be very clear about the science we're going to do before we get to Mars. But having got there, we thought, well, let's take a look. And it worked. And yeah, pretty cool. And I know people are going to crack up, right? They'll go, but Kev, look. It's an artist's impression. I know. And I know that won't be enough to convince some of you. But I think that's pretty cool. But that wasn't the main weird space story I had found for today. No. What if I was to tell you that, like, there's a giant star out there 1 minute, they know about it, and then the next minute, bloop, it's gone. Yep, just gone. Not there anymore. What's going on there then? Well, that's exactly what they're saying has happened. And I bring you over to not the mysterious universe. Ah, you see, I'm taking a day off of there today. It's unexplained mysteries, though. So this one says, a mystery as a massive star disappears. And astronomers have been left scratching their heads after a huge star that they were observing just mysteriously vanished. So situated 75 million light years away. Well, listen, at that distance away, so whatever made or whatever stopped the light traveling that they were looking at, this event that they're viewing happened 75 million years ago, because that's how long it took for the light to get to us, or in this case, stop getting to us. So situated 75 million light years away in the Kinman dwarf galaxy. How has anything that far away even got a name? Does it need a name when it's that far away? Really? Just that there. That smudge. Call it smudge. Smudgy. An old smudge. So the star is what is known as a luminous blue variable and is an incredible 2.5 million times brighter than the sun. You know, when something's 75 million light years away, could we maybe say that they might be a little bit of error when it comes to measuring the size of things? I'm just saying, it's got to be a tricky process, right? I'm not questioning space. I'm just always blown away by the magnitude of it. the size of it, just the physics of looking into the night sky and realizing that some of what you're seeing happened bajillions of years ago, perhaps. That there is enough woo for one show alone, but it disappeared. So it had been the subject of study for over a decade until 2019 when PhD student Andrew Allen of the Trinity College in Dublin, and colleagues who had been planning to make new observations using the European Southern Observatory, a very large telescope, discovered to their surprise that the star had completely disappeared. Okay, I've got a couple of questions here, right? What made this star in the first place, 75 million light years away? Why was this the subject of study for over a decade in the first place? Why were they watching that star as opposed to even any of just the immediate stars and galaxies that you could see with that one telescope shot? Why that one? And then it just disappears. So astronomers speculate that the star may have collapsed into a black hole. However, this is generally unheard of, as such an event would have been accompanied by a supernovae explosion. Well, maybe we're just waiting for that explosion to catch up, maybe very shortly. You know, that thing that happened 75 million years ago. Maybe we'll get a little vision of it. Maybe we'll satisfy our human curiosity as to why that big planet just disappeared. If there's a mechanism or some kind of process out there that makes local stars just bloop, disappear, that's probably something we might want to know about. Just saying, that could really give us a bad day if that one up there just bloop, and then somebody in the Kinman dwarf galaxy 75 million years ago or years from now ends up doing some podcast where he's talking about our planet. Now we just went bloop. I like that noise. Don't know where I got it, but it works. So it says, we were surprised to find that the star had disappeared. Surprised? I think I would have probably yeah, probably. It would have been highly unusual for such a massive star to disappear without producing a light supernova explosion. Maybe it's a Mandela star. Maybe it's died a couple of times. I remember this one dying a few years ago. I'm only joking. Oh, it's going to be one of these days. It is also possible that the star has transformed into a less luminous star, partially hidden by dust, which would also explain why it seems to have disappeared from view. Where you've got a whole heap of brainy cats sitting around the table thinking, how on earth's name do we explain losing a star? How do we tell the boss this? Well, it could be dust, maybe. Could be. Either way, it's a mystery that astronomers will be actively working to solve over the years, and we may have detected one of the most massive stars of the local universe. The local universe? 75 million light years away? Dang, dude. You see, this is why we need to have some kind of instant teleportation devices and some technique where you just dematerialize here and rematerialize there. No time lost. Just a bit of quantum entanglement going on. I don't know how we get it working. Sounds cool. Straight through the wormhole. All the sound effects today. See? I've even been making my own black goo today, folks. There you go. Not many YouTubers can honestly say that. There's a few who will try and tell you it, but I can honestly say it. The guys over on Discord, they seen it. Yes, indeed. But, yeah, I wonder. When it comes to the stars, okay, I'll get all deep and philosophical for a couple of minutes. When it does come to the stars, Speculation Island, obviously halfway up my my palm tree so I can see over the horizon of hypotheses. Yeah, what if all the stars are connected in some weird, wacky way? I think everything in the universe is connected. I know some people don't like the Big Bang Theory, but as a thought, as a concept, let's go with it. Everything that ever is matter was all, anything that's here now, anything physical, at one point, it was all condensed down into one tiny little point. And we all came out of that. So when all that stardust, when all those particles, when everything got going right at the Planck second, that kind of just the instant after it, is everything there entangled? Because if it is, then does that mean we're all entangled thereafter? And when you look at the electric universe as well, and that doesn't take anything away from quantum effects or anything like that, but you start to appreciate that space is a whole lot more active and alive and energetic than what it appears to be when you watch NASA or SpaceX. It's teeming with energy. And I think that's what equals the dark energy, the dark matter that they can't find, probably won't find. They're looking for something that they can't open their minds to comprehend. And what I mean is, they're going with this whole kind of old model of space. They refuse to look at any other model, despite the fact that when it comes to the electric stuff, you can recreate in a lab with plasma and electricity some of the things that you see out there in the deepest cosmos. You know, can't really see them replicating these the births of stars and some of the effects and the Birkeland currents, and can't see them doing that, you know, with their current model. So the point being, not only is it probably more better that we think of it electrically, but there's going to be so much more that we haven't even scratched the surface of. It's only been, 100 years or so we've been talking about and speculating about, and just more recently, the past, I don't know, 20, 30 years really ramped up the whole quantum science. Before that, you know, it was just a thought. You had people like Schrodinger with his crazy 2 boxes and his crazy couple of cats that he had. So what other layers of science are there for us to still, you know, open up? That's why I honestly think it's like the light spectrum. Light spectrum all the way from yay to yay, but we only see that, right? And the standard model, pretty cool. Seems to be doing us pretty well, but then you've got all this stuff that you can't really explain, and some of it doesn't fit, and how do you meld time into... Well, you know, maybe the actual reality, all the models are about that. It's a big spectrum. And we only know that. That doesn't mean we're crap. It doesn't mean we're stupid. It just means that there's still a lot more for us to open up. A lot more for us to learn. But here's the catch-22. Is that going to take AI to open up these branches of science? Because maybe our computing power, not to put us down. We're amazing. We're tremendous. We're awesome. We're sitting here doing this. Our bodies are breathing without us thinking about it. We're ticking along. Everything. What a system. But is it going to take the AI to crack open the next layers of this almost Russian doll-like image of the physics, the science that may still lie out with that we don't know about? And if that's the case, then can we trust the AI to tell us about it honestly? Or is it going to use it? It likes to play a game, right? I don't know. It's deep woo. It's my way of maybe getting you closer to where I need your mind before we go on to today's show with Kevin McCairn. Kevin is a super intelligent guy, but not only that, in a conversation I've had with him off air as well, and typing back and forth, he's not your typical academic. And by that, I mean, usually your academic, it's very, very focused on one niche, you know, and they're experts at that. Can't take away from it. And sometimes it's really hard for them to think about some of the concepts, some of the ideas that we speculate about and just talk about on here. But no, Kev is very adept to that, and then some. So today we're going to be talking about the neurological aspect of what's going on around the world. And not only that, though, we're going to be tying it in closer to the kind of stuff I was talking about a minute ago with humans. Because there's a big debate, and there has been for a long time now, about something called transhumanism. And we've known for as long as we've probably been looking into technology that there are people out there who talk about longevity, you know, maybe even the realms of living immortally. But one other thing on the cutting edge of kind of neuroscience and transhumanism is brain-computer interfaces. Literally wiring us into the grid. Is that where we have the symbiotic relationship with the AI, like Elon Musk promises? Or does it go all to hell in a handbasket, like people like my good friend Anthony Patch tells us? I don't know. I can't tell you for sure. But what if I was to tell you Kevin's going to be able to tie everything going on in the world right now to all of what I was talking about there, and then some? And I'm not talking about Kevin in the third person. No, I'm not that narcissistic. Not yet. No. I'm talking about this Kevin down here. Big shout out to Edward. I think Edward's had to slip away. Edward, big shout out to you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you dearly. Thank you to all of you for being here, but just seen Edward was leaving there. But sorry if I'm getting a bit deep, a bit woo there. I did say to you it was just going to be a bit of a weird stream. Nothing serious, bit of space, bit of me getting a bit out there. But I'm going to shove on the tunes, and I am going to come back in a little moment. I'm going to chill out with you lot in the chat. I'm going to see what you're saying, and then I'm going to shift gears, go get ready for Kevin McCairn, PhD. And not only that, great guy. So I'm really looking forward to this conversation. I know a lot of you are as well. And yeah, go and get yourself a little PPP, and I'll be back shortly. Ah, Marie in the chat. Dr. McCairn is a wonderful soul. I have to agree with you there, Marie. He cares about humanity. I am blessed to have made acquaintance with him after seeing him for the first time on your show. And that there, Marie, you don't know it, but that made my day. Thank you. See, that's what it's all about here, folks. Making connections, meeting new friends. I provide, and I tell you, what comes on the back of that, well, you're all on your own journey. You're enjoying it now, right? In the chat room, he is seeing no evil, hearing no evil, speaking no evil. Yeah, I almost forgot how that went there. I love those emojis though, brother, and thank you for supporting the stream today, man. It means the world, Lance. Everybody in the chat room, read Sam Carno's message out. I agree with you, Sam. I agree with you wholeheartedly. But you know we can't talk about that round here. Go. we go, yep. Marty, I love the monkeys as well, but if I refer back to the start of the stream, it would appear that I've happily evolved like the rest of the human race up until this point. And now I don't know what's going on. It's like some kind of hairy gene has been activated in me. And I'm growing hairs where I shouldn't be growing hairs. Even my ears are getting hairy on the outside, on the inside. Why men's nostrils get hairy as we get older, I don't know. I'm not too keen on spiders going up there. I get it. Maybe it's preparing for the wooden overcoat. Maybe it's just a defense mechanism. Doesn't want any beasties going in there. I don't know, but I'm slowly taking evolution back the way. Exactly. Bojo, you got to sort this out, fella. I'm telling you, man, this ain't looking good here. I'm even going to unleash this one on you.
How dare you?
You don't want that, Bojo. You don't want her on your entry. You just don't. So, yes, exactly, Sam. Exactly. But I absolutely agree with you, brother. You know that. You know how I feel about these things, folks. You've been following me long enough. And that's why I love, absolutely love the fact that I'm over there on TFR, where we can speak our minds freely. And big shout out to Chris and Cherie Geo for A, inviting me on there in the first place, and B, still tolerating me after all these years. 6 years and counting. Crazy times. So, yeah, Marty, I know it's funny for Anne as well. The wee man, he thinks it's hysterical. He found an eyebrow hair the other day that was like, I'm not even gonna lie, it was like out here. It was like pulling it out here. What does my body think is happening? It's not overly cold outside. It's not like I'm thinking we're going hibernating anytime soon. I don't know. It's just things you observe as you get older when you are the quantum observer. And remember, when it comes to the quantum observer, it doesn't need to be a human. In fact, it only needs to be an electromagnetic field. That in itself has the ability to collapse all probabilities of the wave-particle function. And if that's the case, and we live in a world absolutely surrounded by electromagnetic frequencies, then possibly, way back before we got into all of our technology today, maybe we were able to utilize some of the more quantum effects within our own brain. And talking of quantum effects in the brain, we'll be switching gears and going over to Kevin McCairn soon. I'll be on TFR. I hope you're all with me. It's been weird today. It's been laid back. It's been relaxed. The coffee's been good. The chat's been great. But you people out there, you are what make my day. And yep, anyone else would have thought, nah, I've got the show tonight. But no, I do miss you guys and girls out there. I do. And never forget that I get just as much from talking to you as the little nugget once every 1,300 shows that I might give you along the way. I hope it's worth your time. I hope I'm worth your effort. Thank you for all your support. I'm going to get going now. I'm going to let you get back to it. Get a PPP, get refreshed, get ready. And very soon, I'm going to have some of our very own black glue? No, not that. Black goo graphics to go along with this. And anyone in Discord, they'll be able to absolutely confirm I am working on the black goo as we speak. KBS brings some real black goo to the stream. Okay, I made it in After Effects, but it's as close to the real stuff as I'm getting, okay? Keep your mind open. Keep looking for the woo, but not to the point where your brain turns to black goo. Sam said, it's my ears, Kev. Good job I have lockdown locks. So it's all emerging, and it's all merging into one hairdo. Brilliant, brother. Brilliant. I hadn't thought about it that way. See? There's always a good side and a bad side to everything. You lot rock. You're awesome. Never forget that. I'll be back soon. Take care. And happy Canada Day, eh?
Excuse me, it's ma'am.